So what does the Senate do now, Bill? Does the Senate, Mitch McConnell has 13 men, right, which has been pointed out. They're meeting at this hour. We've just seen them arriving. The task force, none of the 5 Republican women senators were appointed to this task force or wanted to be on it. And they're going to have to decide what to do about pre-existing conditions, what to do about Medicaid expansion, a lot of things that are popular.
Right, and they've made clear they're not going to simply accept the House bill, and they may even start over and write their own bill. I think that's happened a bit with Obamacare, right? The Senate ended up writing the bill that the House accepted. I think that's much more likely so that might help the House guys a little bit. You do need to defend it. I think Stephanie's right, and they have defenses. Jimmy Kimmel has NBC insurance. Most people have corporate insurance. Children are covered under Clinton-era expansion that covers all children
not
insurance.
If you're cutting Medicaid.
Well,
you're
Medicaid,
throwing 10 million of them off.
No, you're not throwing 10 million off. You may, down the road, governors may or may not choose to fully fund Medicaid and whatever. I'm not saying, look, it's not a very good bill, honestly, and I think that it's a tougher hand to play to defend it than to attack it. But there's plenty that could be said, and you're better off saying something than nothing, I think.
Well, there's a big tax cut embedded in this as well, and more money to be cut from Medicaid, at least in the House bill, which would fund
the tax cut. Right. So, I mean, this is all going to be exposed, regardless of whether Republicans do town halls. The legislation is written, it's voted on, it's public record, it's all going to be exposed. And you're right, states could choose to keep the Medicaid expansion in place, but states aren't currently budgeted to do that because the Affordable Care Act provides such a large share of that funding, which is really how we've been able to cover so many people. And this problem in the Senate is they've got these 13 white guys on this committee, and not including senators from states who have already expanded Medicaid, not including states with large rural populations or older Americans who are going to see their premiums go up.
Many of whom are Trump voters.
No,
many are Trump voters. So I think that I know Mitch McConnell is always regaled for his political acumen. I think he's making a big mistake right here. He picked a group of people who he knew that they could come to an agreement and get something out of the Senate. But he also knew that nobody was going to speak up and buck him in his leadership. So that's going to be a mistake. It's going to be bad legislation, and it's going to come back to haunt them.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.